Best time management system, and believe me, this is the best system ever because it will not require you to have a specific time. And what is unique about it, it doesn't focus on the time and when to do the task, but rather focuses on what the task is that you are supposed to do, and you have the opportunity to do it at any time. The title of the video is Start with the most important before the important, which, my dear friend, will open horizons for you that you never imagined. Welcome, my dear, to the world of success. I hope you are fine, and let's get started. Now, my dear, I prepare for you the most delicious cup of coffee or the drink you love, and focus with me well, so that you don't miss the words that I will say, which I am sure if you apply it in your day, it will achieve many achievements for you. Goethe said, the important things shouldn't be at the mercy of the least important things. Hence, my dear, it opens the way for us to know what's the difference between management and leadership. If it's leadership that decides what things come first, management is the one that sets priorities day by day and minute by minute. Might say that management is discipline. In other words, if you are your own boss, your discipline comes from within. It's a result of your free will because you are considered a follower of your deep value. You have wondered, my friend, what is the common factor for success? There is a person who wondered before about that. Even he spent his life searching for this factor that's common to all successful people, and discovered that this factor is not hard work or good luck, but rather what we said at the beginning, starting with the most important, then what's important. Says it's the habit of the successful person to do the things that the losers don't like to do, and they in turn hate doing those things as well. But some of them are found in a rank below the strength of their goal and are considered subordinate to it. I mean, who among us likes to get up early? Who among us can sacrifice his sleep? Who among us sacrifice time of rest and fun? Who among us likes to lose? Almost 90% of the world's population is never willing to sacrifice these things, and that's why you see them and most of them are subordinate, working for the interest of other people. But on the other hand, there are people, and they are a small group of course, they hate sacrificing those things, but they don't make this hate an obstacle in the way of what they want, but rather they are fully prepared to do anything in order to achieve their goals. So you find them successful, business owners, and they also have money. And I'm completely confident, my dear, that you want to be from the few category who want to sacrifice and try to achieve what's in your mind. Be confident, dear, that the imagination and will in your mind is the right path, even if all circumstances suggest impossibility. Since we've decided to be one of those few, come with me to find out how to do it. There's one phrase that sums up how to manage your time, and it's on the lips of Stephen Covey. He says, set your priorities and implement them. Time management is not the correct name because the challenge is not in time management, but rather in managing ourselves. Now your question might be, how and what does it mean to manage ourselves? Well, my friend, listen to me. We have important priorities as planning, building relationships, finding new opportunities, and priorities that are not important as a few phone calls, hanging out with friends, fun activities. To be able to say yes to important priorities, you must first learn how to say no to other unimportant priorities that sometimes seem urgent to us and they are basically not. Friend, all you have to do now is say no to things that are not important, even if they are urgent in our perspective, so that we can make room for saying yes. My advice to you, my dear, is to start planning, and this is one of the best things you can do for your future and plan based on a week, not a day. Take me as an example, my dear. Although I don't like to talk about myself, but if this is in order to change your outlook and thinking, then let it be. Almost a year, I have been searching, planning, failing, trying, and failing again and again until a day came and I thought about what my goal is in this life. I mean, my goal, meaning my message for which I was created. Searched and thought, and this took me a good amount of time. And thanks Allah, I reached it, which is to be a reason. Then I actually started planning how to be a reason. And after long thinking, I realized that I love to please and change others. It changed the way of thinking and thus changing a person's life for the better, even with a word from me. Then after 2 months, I decided to start this journey, and for the same reason. You can say, my dear, that this is the reason I posted the previous video on my channel, because I saw how my life changed when I knew the importance of defining what your message is in this life. And I don't lie to you, my friend. It took me a lot of time, thinking and frustration. But now my concern is only to be the cause of everyone for the better. Dear friend, there are many people who realize the value of priorities whether they classify them as important or not. And they try to prioritize those things and make a part of their lives through self-discipline only. But without focusing on the message of life, this unfortunately is useless. The goal, my dear, is to effectively manage our lives from an axis that emanates from valuable principles and based on knowledge of our personal life mission, with a focus on the important and the urgent as well. Now, my dear, all you have to do is to start as we learned, which is to plan weekly with writing your basic rules as an individual, as a husband, as a father, and so on. And you don't have to worry about defining your rules in the way you will live the rest of your life. Your time for the next 7 days rest. Second step is to think of 1 or 2 results that are important and feel necessary to achieve in each round during the next 7 days. And don't forget to set a schedule. Now you can deal with the week with in mind the goals and the timetable to achieve them according to the priorities. Minutes you spend each morning reviewing your schedule can help you connect with the decisions you made based on values, as well as the unexpected factors you might read. We now have a long-term change, life message, rules, goals, and we have a weekly change, rules, goals, plans. This scheme is from under the hand of intellectual writer Stephen Covey. And the most important thing, my dear and my dear friend, is to continue. I guarantee you that you will face difficulties, challenges, unnecessary talk, and objectors. But keep going, my dear. Keep going. Start with a practical change in your life and be patient. And after only a year, see what you are. And all the opponents who told you in the beginning you will never reach, after a year, show them where you reached. Dear friend, if you also want your friend to know this information and change his mentality, then don't skip on him and send him this video. Always remember, my dear, that we were created with a purpose and a reason, so be a reason too. And if you see that you have benefited from me, don't hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can follow our new doses. And don't forget that I'm on Instagram. I post reel every day. Follow me there. I will put the link in the description. See you in a new and better portion.